part 3 and the end part of the story, The Jambreaker. So Vance had fired the rifle again at the black ball on the big boulder in the river. So we start off here. This time the black ball disappeared from his view. Good, Vance, you got him that time. They ran to the boulder expecting to see a dead bear or some kind of animal, but to their utter amazement, there was not a thing there. The water was not deep enough to carry the body away, and they had seen nothing go to shore. If the black ball had gone in any direction, they would have seen it. They examined the marks of the bullets on the boulder. They were exactly where the black ball had been. Still, there was no living thing to be seen anywhere. Dave spoke first. "I don't know where the thing could have gone, but it surely is not here." Vance's voice had a shake in it when he spoke. "Do you think we were seeing things? Like maybe it was our imaginations or something?" "I don't know. We both saw it." "Yeah." Dave felt a cold chill run up his back. It was as if someone was watching him. He forced his voice to sound calm. "Well, let's get going. The place we are looking for shouldn't be too far from here. We can't stay here all day looking for something that isn't here." They started up the river again. Walking very slowly, they kept a sharp lookout. If that black ball was a bear and now wounded, they would be in for a pack of trouble. A wounded bear was no animal to turn your back on. Out of the corner of his eye, Dave saw Vance wipe one hand, then the other along his pants leg. Searching the banks along the river, they spied the tall fir tree on the right bank at the same time. At this spot, the high rock cliffs give way to a low shoreline, and the forest came to the river's edge. Like guardsmen, the fir trees stood tall and proud. There was a lot of dry sandbars, and where there was water, it was only a half-inch deep. The wind had died down. Everything was far too quiet for comfort, but lying about on the sand was the booty they had come for. "Look at the peavies and pikes, Vance." "Yeah, there are lots of them. But keep your eyes open for that bear. I don't like the feel of things around here." Dave started to gather the spoils. Okay, there were about a dozen pikes and peavies hooks in his burlap bag when he heard a gasp from Vance. "Look!" Dave looked around and saw Vance staring as in a trance, up the river like a man turned into stone. He stood with the rifle hanging at his side. Dave's gaze followed his pointing left arm. What he saw made the hair on his head stand on end. Coming down the river, rolling from sandbar to sandbar, was the black thing that Vance had shot at. It was coming right at them. Dave yelled, "Use the rifle, Vance, shoot it!" Vance did not move. Dave did not want to make a move towards him for fear he would fire at him. The black ball came closer and closer. Dave again yelled, "Shoot!" Slowly Vance raised the gun to his shoulder and took aim. The thing came to a stop. It was no more than 20 feet away. Dave knew Vance would not miss at that distance, but no loud report roared from the rifle. The black ball began to unfold. Human feet appeared. The legs appeared, followed by the lower part of a man's body. The feet were clad in heavy jackboots. Then they saw the red mackinaw appear. Then the arms, and last of all the head. For about 10 seconds or more, the face was blank. Then the features materialized. First they were a faint outline. Then they became clear, and Dave and Vance found themselves staring face to face with the ghost of the jam breaker. His face was white as new-fallen snow. In his right hand he held a peavey. He looked exactly as they remembered him, except for the paleness of his features and the lonely, empty look in his eyes. He then turned and walked up the river. His feet did not touch the water. He walked on the air about 6 inches above the surface. He did not look back. Dave dumped the peaveys and pikes on the sandbar, and with one motion he and Vance turned and headed back the way they had come. The end.